Wonderful news, everyone! I have had a delightful fish epiphany! What about having a haul that we can fill up and make into a fantastic fishy feast haul, where we can show off all of the wonderful fish that also kind of remind you of food items, show off some of the hopefully quite entertaining ghosts that could be appearing in these various rooms, and we could also the Ghost Fluster exhibit has been deconstructed. I totally forgot we were working on that, but glad to see that we've got a little bit more high alert for some security. And what about a corner that could be like a buffet zone with all of those wonderful plants that we can go ahead and eat cake from, and apparently the wiener dogs. I try not to think about that one too much, but I love that idea. I love that idea, being able to pull in some of our discoveries from our other adventures into this one and make it all worth it, while also working on having a cold water aquarium that we can have some fancy fish in, and help us hopefully get a little bit closer to being able to unlock the resting place. Also, I just remembered we were worried about our staff like getting a lot of injuries, so I was hoping, oh wow, there's a lot, oh my gosh, there's a lot of great people that we could kind of hire. Dang it, I have a hard time passing up anybody who's eloquent, so even though this is a prehistory expert, maybe we'll have boneyard. What about a boneyard? Boneyard, like, what do you call it? Surveyor, like land surveyor? So boneyard survey, boneyard survey. Oh man, like maybe surveyor? Or maybe, how about boneyard, or, all right. Boneyard boundary. Because you kind of, if you're looking at an ancient boneyard area, or what about boneyard bounty hunter, or boneyard, I get way too caught up in this sometimes. What about prehistoric dog boneyard researcher? That's kind of amazing. Lord Thunder! Oh, that's not all gonna fit. Prehistoric. Okay, how about we have, what about pet boneyard? Oh, that makes me kind of sad. Okay. All right. What about just boneyard researcher Lord Thunder right now? Maybe, or Lord Thundy. I'm sorry, Lord Thunder. We have to leave that because that's kind of amazing. Lord Thundy. That just makes me smile a lot. All right, but now that I got completely distracted by hiring somebody I totally was not looking for, let's go ahead and remember that we're gonna want to pull in a few more scientists if we're going to have a lovely little spa zone as well. And after all, aren't these kinds of hotels the places you come when you want to sort of put your feet up, maybe have some sips from a nice spa point? I forgot that we already, Cat Lost, what a cool name. What a cool name, actually, you guys. And they've already had an amazing trip. That's fantastic. I want to increase their desire to stay. What a cool guest. Anyway, we do already have some spa point 3s in here. I would really like to go, and maybe we'll have the energy boost for guests when they use that. But we do need to make sure that our employees are able to heal themselves up. So I wanted to actually work on, we needed another workshop built. I just remembered that. We need to get enough money for that. I think our survey scanner just finished being created too. What a fun series of events. Hey, and we should get some cold water nets before we go out. That'd actually really help us. Maybe we'll just start with one and then we'll work on getting like a whole bunch of cold water nets going. But welcome back, everyone. I am starting to really envision what this season of our adventures will look like. And it's going to look like building a feast hall and also making it so that we can start hauling in some of the fantastic funds that we have really been spoiled on since we have been working with our 2-point museum adventures, or really like since we learned how to breed fish. And speaking of the fish, I want to go to the gelatinous gorge where the jellyfish have always gathered ominously at the periphery of Wetlandian civilization. There's surely a natural reason for it, but that doesn't make it any less upsetting. I want to go there so bad, but we need to have somebody who's got pilot wings too, or else there's a chance we might not survive. And I don't think we have anyone with pilot wings too just yet. The closest we have is Graveyard Guard Callium, who we might be able to train in that once we get them to the next like level of being able to take on a skill. But as of an update a long time ago, that may tell you how many episodes ahead I recorded, but shh. If we do lose a staff member and they do go MIA from an event, we get a statue of them. So I think this could be way risky. But on the flip side, we have so many clones of our staff that I feel like some of our staff members might want to try to take that risk. So we also have a new hire who doesn't have a name yet, that's just Goldfish Brain, because they're like a half-wit, but they're really good at studying and they already have a bit of fish whispering. This may be a horrific idea, but we're gonna send them out on this and we're gonna see if they can come back with a fish. There's 2 cold water fish that we might be able to put in there. Ever since the pear fiascos, at least, we haven't risked the lives of our staff that much. Now I'm feeling a little bit like guilty about doing that, but I think the risk might pay off and we might find ourselves delightfully surprised at what we potentially could discover. And speaking of delightful surprises and discoveries, we do need to send some of our staff back out to go and hopefully avoid getting hellholed. Like I said, if we can. Oh, it's nightmare season. Oh, and that's another nightmare would be an MIA. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, I know I just said we were going to take that risk. There's the chili plant, but like, I don't know if I meant it like that intensely and that immediately. There's fungal fumes and curses and injuries over at the Mushroom Wilds. And we are starting to spread into the other forests, but we're really looking for another famous spirit that we can hopefully give a buzz bonus to. You know, we do have famous spirits over here. The pirate captain wants to have, we have the pirate captain, Captain Dredge. He wants his, like, long lost, probably sunken at the very bottom of the seas, like, wheel to steer his ship. And then we have Bish Silverbottom, who wants his family. I think, is one of Bish's family members over here at the Withering Way? I mean, until we have, I guess we did say it's seismic season. Look, that's only gonna make it even worse. Risking like, okay, why is it that just as I'm like, all right, let's do it, this is all happening? And I don't have a level 7 prehistory expert that we can go ahead and send. That's amazing. Oh, but wait, maybe the cryolabs, because the cryolabs have Biff Silverbottom, who is one of the brothers, I believe, the family members that somebody is looking for. And for once, do I really only have one science member? Huh. I need a little bit more than one person if we're gonna go and, I kind of need more than one person if we're actually going to risk leaving our science things that we do have set up at our museum or at the ghost hotel without blowing up. So perhaps we need to hire somebody first. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and have swamp botanist Tanya go and maybe get a little bit more life experience collecting up, we'll give you some gloves, collecting up some more pears that we can turn into our botany goods. And while that's happening, we probably need to prepare ourselves for being able to make another one of, yeah, we need more mulch. And I think for making the, do we need the crystals for making, the crystals in order to go ahead and make the like, not the spa point, the douse and dose, there we go. Sorry, I was trying to remember all of the names, and there's just a lot sometimes, and putting it together can just make it so interesting. Let's do that as a quick trip, and okay. So there are a few steps and stages that we kind of need to walk before we're gonna have a ton of success just spiraling into all directions, like making sure you've hired people to keep everything from exploding. Oh, and we needed the gold nuggets. Well, I mean, the Crystal Cave little expedition will be back soon. I definitely can't wait to get those nigiri fish as well, because they're going to really help us out when it comes to making sure that we're earning some money. Those little guys just breed so quickly. It's very, very refreshing. All right, let's see. As long as we have people to clean the fish tanks, that is. Let's get more of the cold water nets made. And then it looks like we've got, do we have a mulching machine though? Oh, I might need to start getting a mulching machine made in order to go ahead and mulch these toxic pears. But I'm very happy with the results that we're getting. And then over here, a little bit of helicopter damage for coming in so fast. But I have to say, I'm pleased. 10 crystal moss. Nice job, you guys. We don't even have that many janitors to like go out and do those little missions, which is why pilot wings, but travel sick, a scientist. Good news! Good news for you, my wonderful friend. We have Voskri. Voskri, welcome. I think that we are going to have you be maybe seismic expert or researcher, Voskri this time. Maybe you actually you get a little motion sick when you travel, and so you prefer not to, but push come to shove, I know you've got our back. And then we would risk a cave collapse with going to the golden mines too. Oh my gosh. Really? I mean, could we do some removing of puddles and then, oh my gosh. Okay, so it turns out that we kind of need to get everybody leveled up quite a bit. So instead of going to the gold mines, maybe we'll go back to the crystal caves and have our crew work on leveling up just a touch. There we are. And then maybe do more speedy. All right, good luck, you guys. This has become a little bit more convoluted than I thought when I was like, let's go get some fish. But that happens. It does happen. And while we're waiting to be able to even make the mulcher to make mulch, then we could work on getting some more of the edible plants, I think. And the dancing trees could go into the ballroom, you guys. That sounds so much fun. But can I actually survive the wet season? Do we have people who could survive? Let's check. We do! It would be a little bit of a longer trip, potentially. We could potentially make it speedy. I don't know if we'd get a pristine plant then. I think I'm okay with making it a safe trip, even if it would risk like a lot of stuff going on. And you know what? We'll make sure to just cover our bases, let everybody have a little journal so that they hopefully don't get lost. But you know what, Swamp Botanist Tanya, you were made for the Lethargic River. Just look at that name. And a cauldron chef and a greenhouse hedge knight. Come on, that was a crew who knew what they were up to. All right, and then maybe we should make sure that we just, you know, cover our bases again. Maybe hire another scientist or two. I think think we're okay with plenty and plenty of people who can do the ghost activities, but somebody who can improve their survey level on expeditions while being immune to seasickness, I can't resist that. I'm gonna have way too many people that we've hired, but Charcoal Fox, welcome back. You're going to be Sunken Treasure Hunter. Charcoal Fox. Okay, can't fix that. Sunken Treasure Researcher. Charcoal Fox. There we go. I hope that you enjoy that. I think you're going to be one of the very first people I ever have had where I'm going to give you some of that survey skill boost and just focus on leveling that up for a bit. Our team to the Crystal Caves has come back. They once again have damaged the helicopter. Perhaps sending a helicopter into Crystal Caves causes a little bit of a issue. We're making our cold water nets. I need to be careful with all the people we're hiring. And yeah, I don't really want a half-wit for our science stuff. Oh my gosh, photographic memory dinner lord who loves working in the cafeteria. Could this be? It's Penelope! Penelope, welcome. I think we're gonna actually have you be. What about Pea-Pod Chef? Because Penelope, and I love pea pods. I love peas. So maybe Pea-Pod Chef Penelope. I hope you don't mind me doing that and giving you that name, because I truly, truly love peas. And I've been eating a lot of snap peas and sugar snap peas lately, which sounds like a random thing to say, but I'm just trying to explain. I'm really happy about that. I guess if we have one mulch, I think our mulcher like blew up. Let's get another mulcher up and going. And then I want to make sure that we're training some of our staff up. I don't think we can afford a lot of big expeditions, but I guess in a way we could start putting out some of the expeditions that have like the bones. Oh, and the amber eggs and the amber giga gecko may not be super interesting, but those sound like the kind of weird things that you would sort of see out the corner of your eye at one of these like fancy hotels where you're like, really? Why do they have that? That's kind of weird. But, you know, the Sharpstore's skeleton, the boa conductor, and then again, we have so many Netherworld people. And do we really only have epic quality of the basics, like the haunted doll adoption agency? That's creepy as all get out, and that could be really awesome. That could be so awesome to go ahead and see. Oh, and is it, it's still nightmare season. All right, is it nightmare season everywhere? You know what? Maybe we just need to do some of the basics sometimes. And also train up some of our other staff members. Traumatic experience. We have a lot of curses. I didn't realize that we had traumatic experiences going on with some of our staff either. I'm very sorry about that, friends. Oh dear. We have some new people to name, and here's our curse expert Dino Dave. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna send you out to the Infernal Station with a survey scanner and a detailed expedition, because I can't believe we haven't gotten a pristine quality exhibit for something as, well, I mean, I hesitate to say it, but I will go ahead and just speak up for something as basic as being able to make sure that we know what like the creepy doll is. I've been playing a game called Repo with my husband and our friends at night lately. It's supposed to be a horror game, but I love cleaning and collecting things, and you're collecting all these little treasures from like haunted houses and stuff like that. It's been so fun, and it's very satisfying for giving me ideas on how to decorate this area as we continue working on our haunted hotel. Also, good job, you three! Let's see what you brought back. Is it a flagon fruit? A dancing? It's a dancing tree! Yes! I'm so happy. It needs to be in a hot and humid climate, but, oh, you guys, it could be so happy right over here. I forgot we were like decorating everything with these palm trees. I love it. Look at how happy this dancing tree is. Okay, so we were talking about the haunted house. We're supposed to be bringing in some cold water fish so that we can go ahead and start breeding them. We are getting a lot of new hires. We're pretty happy, but maybe the haunted Hula is what we can name this dancing tree. Yes, granting it a wonderful name. Going ahead and giving it a little bit of experience boost for the staff that work on it, because to be honest, taking care of this dancing tree might be a little bit difficult since it kind of is a very wiggly tree. Oh, and I didn't even notice that, but we have the gelatinous gorge crew back. Our great, they made it. They didn't die. I probably should have checked in on everybody, because that could have been an MIA. Jellyfish! Jam, don't swim like that. Okay. It's not Jam, it's Jelly. Do you get it? So this is indeed a cold water fish, and it finds food on their own. They don't even need anything in there. That's amazing. And all they want are aquarium shells and cold water. And if we get more jellyfish in here, they kind of take up a little bit of room compared to some of the other fish. But then they would be able... Ooh, aquarium coral cluster. I have no idea when we unlocked that, but I'm really glad we grabbed it. I'm going to put that in, and then let me get a seashell in to make the jelly, not jam fish, a little happier. And huzzah! Wonderful! We're going to need to get down a whole bunch of information boards, and I think I could probably risk moving one of these donation stands over so that people will have a spot to donate. Our expedition crew is also back from the Infernal Station, and look at that! Curse expert Dino Dave! You had a ghost guide who also took you to the Experience Wishing Well, so you probably had a great time, and you brought back a haunted doll with ominous intrigue, that perfect Moorish balance of frightening and fascinating, entertaining to view. Yeah, we'll be keeping her forevermore now, because yeah, I feel like the haunted doll adoption agency, I kind of feel, I'm gonna put her over here for now, but I kind of feel like we might make a little like almost, I hesitate to say abandoned orphanage, but we might be able to make something look like that, which sounds really terrifying, doesn't it? And we'll put her over here, and I think we're gonna go ahead and name her Jenny Loves Jam. And maybe that's really creepy. That's really creepy. And I'm just kind of losing track of what I'm saying, because the more I sit here staring at her, the more I'm like, oh, I feel like we need to save her perks and give her an energy boost, because that would be very fitting. And then let's put the Mulchamatic down over here. Hey, Spooky Tales podcaster Wistyfish just got a little boost as well. And then let me get these sickly pears all mulched up so that we can start building more things there. This is I think gonna work out. We probably are gonna take the risk. I'm gonna take the risk of taking out a loan. That was a big loan, but you know what it's gonna let us do? Go on some big adventures. Okay, so it is no longer, thankfully, it is no longer the season of nightmares. So we're gonna go to the slumber yard again, and we're gonna try to find Margaret Fitzpocket, who we do not have here just yet, so that we can bring her back and try to make a ghost really happy. Then we're going to really quickly make sure that we're investing in the right kind of research. Goldfish Brain and Pufferfish researcher Adelaide Faye, two literal newbies, are gonna go out with a cold water net, and we're gonna see if they can bring us back a wet wiper. fish, or hopefully the nigiri fish, because they breed amazingly. And then I kind of want to risk these biscuits again for seeing what's going on at the gelatinous gorge. Pirate Tails Tyrant. Are you ready to risk it? I'm nervous about you risking it. But we're going to send you and one of our newbies, a security officer named Secure Snake Spotter temporarily, with a survey scanner on a detailed expedition. And I'm going to really cross my fingers and hope that we're not going to have to go ahead and and put down one of those MIA statues that thus far we have never had to use. Also, let's give our greenhouse hedge knight strolling surveillance 2. I think we need strolling surveillance 2 for one of the netherworld maps. I'm gonna check really quickly. You kind of need happy thoughts more than anything. Strolling surveillance 1 to go to the semi-evil castle, and 1 to go to Fog Moors. You really need happy thoughts to be able to escape a lot of the issues otherwise. And then, yeah, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Then we've got ghosts and happy thoughts, ghost and happy thoughts, and being fast on your feet. So, we'll think about how we're going to do training, but we probably will invest in good training. And then I also, before we go, want to make sure that our new staff, many of whom, our new staff, our old staff. Okay, hang on. All right, there we go. And then let's increase pay by a bit so that people will be at least mostly happy with how things are going here. We've got our helicopters, and I kind of want to move the cafeteria from over here to over here, but maybe we'll wait till we have, because then we could do like a ballroom, a dance room over here. All right, that's actually a really cool idea. Maybe remove these 2 ghost rooms. Or just shrink the cafeteria down when we start getting the edible plants. And then we can move our hula hoop. We can make a bunch of dancing and the Tabaraptor fossils, of course. Okay, I love that idea so much. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna move the biscuit, and we will try to organize the consequences. There we go. And I just remembered some of those consequences are going to unfortunately be making sure that we're making the workplace zones go where they should. All right, I'll work on getting some of the workplace things where they should be. And now we have a haunted portrait that we can go ahead and we can actually analyze. I could get another workshop station in. And speaking of workshop stations, we could start working on DNA designer, robocharger, the panic pillar. Oh, I really need to get a lot. Oh dear. We're gonna go ahead and airdrop our team some water so they don't drink seawater and get very sick. You know what? Oh, I wanted the beautification beam because that sounded like it would be so much fun to have in the ballroom. Hey, the sound stage. We don't have one of those yet, right? And that would be good. Oh wait, we do have one of those. Well, I was thinking that'd be good in the ballroom. What would be good for, like, the tuna forks could be playful over by the fish, and the photosynthesizer maybe over by the fish once we start getting more of the like edible botany plants out there too. But honestly, Seahorse Racer's popular. Making sure that people have a lot of things to play with is important. Realization Station, the Troll, Prehistory Playground. Why don't we get a Prehistory Playground going? It's simple, it's easy, it makes the kids happy. And I'm sure we're gonna start pulling things together slowly but surely, I hope. All right, that said, and crossing our fingers that maybe we could have some of our staff survive. Maybe we can risk sending somebody to some training really quickly so that we don't lose some of our really important staff when we need to go to the golden mine. You know what? We're going to take the risk. Is that a good idea? Absolutely not. Are we going to do it? We're going to try. And we'll even make it a speedy trip just to up the ante even more. And we'll have to see what happens when we come back next time. I'll see you guys then. When in theory, we'll have more than one jellyfish, but at least, not jamfish, jellyfish, mind you, but at least we have this little one to begin with. I want more people celebrating this little guy. We're gonna make it happen. Bye.